For Standard 3.2, ISTE Criterion 9, promote student behaviors that encourage curiosity as they critically identify and examine online resources. Establish a learning culture that promotes curiosity and critical examination of online resources and fosters digital literacy and media fluency. I was able to showcase this in my classroom by creating an evaluating online resources plan. This plan consisted of several lessons that would teach students more about digital citizenship. In the first lesson, it was titled, "Should I Use That?" I wanted students to think logically about the online resources that they were using. Their focus question for this lesson was, what are the steps that I can take to ensure an online resource is accurate and reliable for research? Related questions were, what are the signs of an accurate and reliable online resource? What are the signs of an online resource that is not accurate and reliable? And how do I properly give credit for using a resource that is not my own? At the end of the lesson, I wanted the student to be able to determine if an online resource is accurate and reliable for use for research, and I wanted the student to be able to accurately give credit for the use of someone else's work. We started this lesson. Students had all of the resources that they needed. We watched a video how to evaluate sources for reliability, citations for beginners to teach students how to do the sources as well. They were given this evaluating sources anchor chart where they used the acronym CARS: credibility, accuracy, reasonableness, and support, and that is what they were to rely on for determining if a source was reliable. They did a KWL chart to track their knowledge, what they wanted to know, what they learned after the lesson, and what they knew before. They also used their Chromebooks, Google Workspace for Education, and Canva or Adobe Creative Cloud. After watching the video, before the video, during the video, and after the video, students utilized the KWL chart. Then I allowed students to share with a partner. Once they shared, they had the opportunity to share out with the class if they wanted to. At the end of the lesson, the students engaged in a Jamboard where I asked them to respond to the question, why is it important to use accurate and reliable online resources? I allowed students to answer the questions in response to their peers. And students were well prepared to work with Jamboard for this lesson because they worked with it before. I did provide students extensions for this lesson. I allowed students to create their own version of an evaluation instrument to rate various sites. Students also created a list of accurate and reliable resources to have as a cheat sheet to refer to when they need it. Students could complete a scavenger hunt to see if they could find all the information needed to create a citation for a specific resource. And then students could also create a podcast, TikTok, vlog, or video giving students tips on evaluating or citing resources for research as well. And then students were able to use Canva or Adobe Creative Cloud to create any of those things if they needed to. I addressed diverse learners by using small group instruction for students that are on different learning levels. I had to incorporate this in all of my lessons, so I do this when I'm teaching digital citizenship as well. Students may seem as if they are uninterested from something from a whole group perspective, but working with them in small groups, I noticed could really bridge that gap. As an educator, I believe that students should be familiar with the technology in various ways. We live in a very tech-driven society, and technology is involved in just about everything that we do. I believe these digital citizenship lessons and lessons about evaluating online resources were able to help benefit the students in a very, very great way. It allows them to take what they learn and use it in everyday practice.